Hello everyone, my name is Sharon Hartle, and as you can probably hear, I have a Yorkshire accent, but I live in Italy, and this is a short video to tell you some of the places that English has taken me. So, this is a photo of me with my cat, Haggis. We live, as I said, in Verona, although the story began quite a long way away from here. And this is Sharon Hartle's magical mystery tour of where English has taken me in Europe. So, the story began, as I said, not in Yorkshire, but in Lancashire, where I was born. And at an early age, about 2 or 3, I can't quite remember, and it's too long ago for me to tell you exactly when, I hopped over the Pennines to Yorkshire, and that's where I learnt my first lesson about language, that it's really important to speak the way everybody else does, because I'd been speaking this English which I thought was normal, and I said things like, I've been singing. When I came to Yorkshire, everybody just laughed at me. So, an early interest in language made me want to study languages, so the next stop was St Andrews University, and in St Andrews I studied German and Spanish, and I learnt to dream in German, actually speaking in my sleep, which my roommate didn't appreciate too much, and to sing in Spanish, because we had a wonderful time in the Spanish course there, with lots of parties, singing Latin American songs and things. So all this made me want to travel more, and the next stop on my tour was Berlin. I went to Berlin to do postgraduate study, in fact, but you may be asking, well, what's that got to do with English? But it was English that took me there, because I financed my studies by teaching English, and this actually, although I started just as a way of financing my studies, I soon learned that I was fascinated by the whole process. I was teaching at the Benedict School, and my experiences there led me to do a CELTA at International House in London. This was, as I said, quite a long time ago, but I learnt that I'm extremely interested, fascinated by the learning process, and by helping people to use English and to express themselves and to communicate with other people too. So English was taking me on a geographical tour, but also an intellectual tour. More about that in a minute. The last stop really was Italy. I moved to Italy and I live there now. I live in Verona, in this lovely setting, and I work at the University of Verona and the University of Bolzano, where I teach. I do a lot of teacher training as well. I publish articles and I dream, and English has enabled me to do all this, and has enabled me to develop my creativity as well, producing little books like this. Haggis, an unusual name for a cat, inspired by guess who? Yeah, Haggis. Or it's enabled me professionally to travel. This was at the IATEFL conference in Harrogate last year, where I was presenting my ideas on e-learning, distance learning, technology. I can go to several conferences because I speak English and it's easy for me to do so. Another nice example was the testing conference in Barcelona, the IATEFL SIG testing group in Barcelona last year, where English enabled me also to talk to the local inhabitants. So, just to finish off this journey, I'd like to show you some of the highlights of my magical mystery tour. Me and Haggis, where I decided to travel, Verona. Verona again. Mirfield. Haggis doesn't always like me travelling. Beautiful places near Verona. Barcelona and Harrogate. So English has enabled me to travel all over the place. It's enabled me to meet people, communicate with people, and it's enabled me to grow. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.